Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Red Sky Alliance Weekly Threat Brief. My name is Matt Widener, and I'm a cyber engineer and analyst with Red Sky Alliance. Today's brief contains information gathered from open source and Red Sky Alliance collections over the past week. For the agenda today, we're going to briefly discuss cyber threats that exploit coronavirus fears. And for open source and social media, we'll cover recent data breaches, cyber attacks, and then we'll also go over 7 days of trending, including the latest APT activities, botnet activity, cloud security, blacklists, and keylogger activity. COVID-19 continues to dominate open source media, and with that fear on everyone's mind, attackers have cleverly adopted it as a pretext for multiple types of attacks. All emails related to the COVID-19 pandemic must be treated with caution. On this slide are some of the COVID-19 related subject lines found in our malicious emails collection. Many pretexts are being used, including impersonating healthcare organizations such as the U.S. Centers for Disease Control, the World Health Organization, and other national health organizations. These messages are notifying of urgent information regarding the disease's spread and vaccine availability. As of now, no vaccine exists for the coronavirus. In February, a customizable coronavirus map phishing kit was observed being sold on the underground forums by Sentinel Labs. The Trojan Malware impersonated a legitimate website application, the Johns Hopkins COVID-19 Global Cases Map, to display legitimate information, while behind the scenes it was infecting the victim with Azerult, a credential-stealing malware. The malware is also being delivered by malicious websites with corona-related domain names that prompt the user to download the malicious map application. Keyloggers, banking trojans, and other malware are also being delivered by malicious emails, including TrickBot and Emotet, two highly dangerous strains of malware with a wide range of capabilities. APT-36, believed to be a Pakistani state-sponsored threat actor, has been observed using corona-themed spear phishing campaigns and watering hole attacks. Their malicious email masquerades as the government of India distributing a corona-related health advisory to deliver the Crimson Rat Trojan. On March 16th, the U.S. Health and Human Services Department identified an incoming distributed denial of service, or DDoS, attack. The attack was unsuccessful at interrupting the agency's online services, and some threat actor groups after that attack, such as Doppelpaymer and the group behind the Maze ransomware, have pledged to abstain from attacking medical or healthcare organizations. However, it's difficult to know for certain if they will honor such a pledge or if they have the technical capability to identify and exclude medical organizations from their malware infrastructures. Law enforcement is also busy combating cyber-enabled fraud related to COVID-19. Corona-related domains have been registered to fool users into thinking they are legitimate informational websites or medical supply sources. Yesterday, the U.S. Department of Justice reported the shutdown of a fraudulent website, coronavirusmedicalkit.com. The site claimed to sell COVID-19 vaccine for $4.95 per dose, asking the purchaser to use a credit card for the purchase and then stealing their credit card data. Medical supplies such as N95 respirator masks have been seen advertised for sale on the dark web, along with fictitious COVID-19 vaccine. Interestingly, the products are being priced in Bitcoin and not fiat currency. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency posted a cyber alert on March 6th that suggested the following mitigations against malicious email and malware threats related to COVID-19. Number 1, avoid clicking links in unsolicited emails. Number 2, use trusted sources for COVID-19 information, such as legitimate government websites. Number 3, do not send personal or financial information via email. And number 4, verify the identity of charities before making a donation. In addition to this, Red Sky Alliance recommends installing available operating system and antivirus updates to protect your system against malware infection. This week in gray noise activity, we again see Mirai at the top of the malicious activity list. with telnet brute forcing and generic IoT attacks in second and third. Eternal Blue activity comes in fourth this week. The Egyptian telecom TE Data tops this week's malicious activity by ASN list, with ChinaNet and China Unicom in second and third place. Data Communication Business Group, a Taiwanese telecom, takes fourth, with VNPT in fifth. In open source news, on Monday, Microsoft announced two critical zero-day flaws affecting the Windows Adobe Type Manager library that are being exploited in targeted attacks. The component is produced by Adobe and no patches are available at this time. The flaw allows remote code execution for an attacker who convinces a user to open a specially crafted document. Viewing a malicious document using the Windows Preview feature can also exploit the vulnerability. Microsoft advises that this flaw does not affect Windows 10 revision 1709 and above because of mitigations added in 2015. But for users of vulnerable operating systems, Microsoft has posted workaround mitigations in their security advisory to disable the affected components. Early last week, Europol arrested 26 individuals suspected to be involved in SIM swapping that resulted in the theft of over $3.9 million US. Arrests in Spain and Romania were the result of raids on two different SIM swapping groups. The SIM swap attack allows an attacker to impersonate a victim's mobile phone presence. The groups would steal online banking credentials using malware and then request a duplicate SIM card from the victim's mobile service provider. Once the duplicate SIM card was received and installed into a cell phone, the attacker would be able to receive SMS-based two-factor authentication codes to access the victim's bank account and transfer funds to an attacker-controlled bank account. The ever-evolving TrickBot malware now has a new trick up its sleeve. The extremely versatile malware now has the ability to brute force RDP servers accessible from an infected machine using a username and password list retrieved from command and control servers. This capability comes as more users transition to working remotely, which RDP is meant to support. Last week, we recorded approximately 1 million of the indicators listed above. These collections included our threat recon, keylogger, malicious emails, and sinkhole traffic. The numbers on this slide show the indicators in those respective collections. The indicators are available to paid Red Sky Alliance members weekly, as well as our blacklists, which come in CSV, FortiSIM, and Proofpoint formats. Here are the APT and botnet indicators collected in the last 2 weeks. We had 195 unique APT indicators in the past 7 days. This is up 159 indicators from last week's reporting. You can use your two-factor authentication to log into CTAC to download the APT indicators discussed today. Please contact us on Slack or via email for assistance. On the right, you can see our top sinkhole statistics sorted by malware. Topping the APT indicators list this week is SickyPot with Mowdy and Carbonac in second and third place, while we see Weckby taking the fourth place position. Botnet activity over the past 7 days remains fairly consistent with prior trending. ChinaNet has replaced, China Telecom is up at the top there, with Bharti Airtel at second, TE Data in the third place, and VNPT in fourth. In cloud security, we are seeing botnet activities in the same cloud environments as usual. Peak 10 is at the highest risk cloud environment this week, according to our data, with Amazon in second, Microsoft third, Alibaba in fourth. GoDaddy and Rackspace continue to fall into the caution risk environment, with O&R at lower risk. In our malicious emails collections this week, we observed multiple types of Trojan malware being spread. Most notably, the Whack Attack Trojan is being targeted at TNT.com, a shipping company acquired by FedEx in 2015. Users at a Chinese online services company, 163.com, are being targeted with the FileCoder ransomware. Our blacklists are published weekly. On the left-hand side there, you can see some of our keylogger stats. Last week, we observed 58,831 single connections from new unique IP addresses and 14 unique email accounts compromised with keyloggers. Please go to redskyalliance.org to inquire for additional support, complete blacklists, Red X-ray, and API access. Thank you all for joining us today. Please visit our Red Sky Alliance portal at redskyalliance.org for additional cyber intelligence reporting. If you have any questions regarding the topics briefed today, please get in touch with Jay McKee at wapaclabs.com. Thank you all, and we'll see you again next week.